touch base with everyone. I am in somewhere in Wyoming. Not really sure where, but it was a good place to park and talk to you all for a few minutes. And of course, I've got Pipsy back here. Say hi, Pipsy. Hello. You want to wave? I don't think he gets this whole thing about having the light shining on him, but it's just one of those things. You can probably tell that my throat is just a little scratchy. Hi, you gonna come on up? Okay, you want me to move the stuff out of your front seat? Okay, I'll move it. There you go. Now you can sit up here. Whoops. Okay. I had stuff in the seat. That will never work. So, oh, good. We're going to get a drink. What was I going to say? I'm sure it was almost important. Oh, yeah. I know this live stream wasn't scheduled. I normally do a 7 p.m. live stream, but traveling this trip has just been intense. And so I've lost track completely. Hey, busy lady's in. Hey, busy lady. I lost track completely on day of the week, time, because I'm in a different time zone and things like that. So I am here doing this live stream now from Wyoming, and it was one of the best places that I found that I could stream. They've got free Wi-Fi here, so that's always good. Busy lady asked if I'm doing okay. I am. I'm starting to get a little scratchy. Where I am, I wish I could magically transport, or I wish I could magically make this daylight so you can see, but there's smoke in the air. You can see it, you can smell it. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I honestly thought something else had gone wrong on the trip, and I was smelling this kind of sweet smell. And I thought, what in the world? Because, if you're in a car, your sweet smell can be antifreeze. Then when I opened the door, I smelled it a little stronger. And I'm like, oh, this is the world. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the lighting, Busy. I'm glad. I brought one of my lights from my office and have it stuck up here. So, yay. Glad for that. And sometimes you may see the lights come on as he moves around back there. I've got a couple of motion sensor lights, which are about to drive him crazy, because he'll pat and move around and see a shadow, and so he'll pat at the shadow, and then the light will come on, and the shadow will move or go away, and then he'll pull back and he'll just stare at it, and then he'll try it again, and he doesn't realize that he's the one making the shadows. But we'll see if he does it. Yeah, we'll see. Let me see what else. Yeah, and she says hi. You're not going to wave or anything? I think he's tired. He's actually not doing really good right now. I think the smoke is really bothering him. And I don't mean in the respiratory sense. I mean, he is twitchy. All he has done for like the past 3 hours is gone from the back there to up here and pawing me and trying to alert and tell me something's wrong. And I really think it's the smoke. And there's nothing I can do about it to make it okay for him. He's not settling down. He's kind of twitchy. He doesn't want to heal. He's slow to mind. I'm having to tell him a couple of times to do things, 3 or 4 times sometimes. And this has all been within about the past, I'm going to say 4 hours. So I'm really thinking it's the smoke. We were out walking in it a little while ago, and I can't say a little while ago, when we first got here. So probably about 20, maybe 30 minutes ago. And his head was just on a swivel, and he kept bracing up next to me to let me know, hey Mom, something's wrong. And I really just feel like it's the smoke, and I wish I could make it go away for him and lots of people and other animals. Um, the hope. Hey, over 50. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I live streamed you yesterday when you were streaming. Um, didn't get to say much because I was driving, but I did want to pop on and let you know I was there, even though I was driving down the road. Um, so the plan originally was for me to cross into Canada early today. With thing, I had a little tire problem. So with that, the plan is now to try to cross into Canada as early as I can in the day. I am 6 hours, I think. I checked Google right before live streaming, and I think I'm like 6 hours away, 6 or 8 from Canada. So I've still got some more driving to do tonight to find a place to park and get settled in. But the plan is to just cross as early as I possibly can into Canada. I'm driving straight through British Columbia. Going to hit the Alaska Highway, go up, and then go on into like Anchorage and Willow and stuff from there. I don't know what I'm going to drive into. If it's this bad here, I can't imagine what it's like for the people who live next to the wildfires right now. I really can't. But that's the plan. So, and the tire, oh, that was such an unexpected issue. Of course, anytime you're on a trip, you have to expect the unexpected, like running out of air when you're trying to talk. So yesterday I was like in tons and tons of construction zones. It was like almost from the time I got out of Santa Fe to the time I got wherever it was that I stopped for last night. It was like it was one giant construction zone almost. There was so much of it. So it's, oh, Busy wants me to remember to use sanitizer, etc. Busy, I am set. I got my Lysol wipes. I've got my bigger container of wipes, and I have a sink in the back there with soap, and I've got several of these. So I am set, and when the smoke gets worse, I have got some N95 masks to wear. I'm trying not to do that. I am trying not to touch my face, because the last thing I need is to be sick, right? Although I probably will wind up getting some crud just from all the smoke. And my doctor, oh my gosh, she was so nice. She's like, every time you get into something like this, you always come back sick. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm here talking to you. She actually helped me plan the route. I just took the information in. I said, here's the smoke map. Here's where I've got to be. Here are the routes I'm looking at. Like, what do you think? So the choice was, going for the hotter area of the country, which would have been, Virginia, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, or I could go up north and go from Virginia through the edge of Kentucky and on up in Illinois and real close to Chicago. Naperville is how the route had routed me, and then on over to Sweetgrass, Montana. And she looked at it and she's like, take the heat, take the heat. And I had to fess up to her. I said, my grandbaby is on the longer route, so that will be an added bonus. But because she knew what state that she was in, my grandbaby's in. So I said, but I really need you to help me plan the route for the best health wise. And she was like, take the heat, take the heat. I was like, okay, just double checking. And then she went ahead and wrote me for antibiotics, steroids. I've got nebulizer solution. She wrote me for a new nebulizer, thank goodness, because mine has been kind of acting up. and I'm all set. And if I don't need it, great. I'll just save it because eventually I'll need it. You know me. Um, so it's kind of my insurance thing. If I have it, I won't need it. If I need it, I won't have it. So, yeah, that's brutal. It is. Over 50 says it was 104 here today and the same for tomorrow. And that's what Busy's saying. That's brutal for. I don't, it's awful. I don't know how we're going to make it if the planet does keep warming up. Um, they're going to have to be thinking of something. Your tomato plants are crying. I'm sorry. Hopefully the heat will break and we can have some little semblance of normal. I know that's really going to be a big thing up in Canada for the heat to break and also rain because fire doesn't spread as easy if it's not as hot, I've been told. And of course, more moisture never hurts. So, yeah. So we'll see how it is. I plan on getting through Canada just as fast as I possibly can while obeying the legal speed limit. I want to toss that out because yeah, Canada can get grumpy, I understand, on foreigners who speed. So I don't want to be that. So, and my tires that I have on the trailer, they're only rated for like 85 miles an hour. So that's way above Canada's threshold. But still enough to temper me down. Like, oh my gosh, if you all ever feel the need for speed, go to Wyoming. Speed limit's 80. I like that speed limit, even though I can't go quite 80 because I want to leave some, protection there. But it's like, yes. You just wish for the little red low slung sports car, so you can take the corners and the curves and yeah. But I don't have that. Woo! Busy. Good for you. She starts a new job. Good for you. I'm glad you got it, and I hope you like it. That's pretty exciting. Can I ask what kind of work you're going to be doing, or do you want to say online? It's okay if you don't. I totally get it. So, yeah. And I'll go ahead and fill you all in. I may do a video, but on this trailer situation, oh my gosh. Y'all, my poor husband, I feel so bad for him because before he put the trailer on the road, he's like, I just want to order new tires and wheels. He said, we've had the trailer since 2019, and he said, I'll just feel better if you have the whole shooting match instead of just new tires. So he ordered them, installed them, everything was great, but they're small. The tires are small. So going along, hit the construction zone, apparently picked up like a little needle, or no, it was hollow like a needle, but it was about as big around as a nail, something a little bit larger than a finishing nail. So that got stuck in my tire. I had no clue, no idea at all. Parked in a Costco parking lot to spend the night with me and several RVs. Got up this morning. Everything was good. Took John. Hi John. Took him out to take care of his needs, and didn't notice anything amiss. I did a quick walk around the trailer. Didn't notice anything. Got about half a block away, and the tire comes off of my rim because apparently it was really, really low. Although it didn't look it, which I thought was weird, but the guy at the tire shop didn't think it was weird. What he thought was weird was the size of my tire. So we talked to him, we talked to Walmart. I drove 40 minutes to a Walmart who said, we will try to help you if we can, because the other Walmart was like, just don't even. We don't do small tires, we're not going to look at it. And I'm like, can you just patch the tire? Just patch it. Just match it. That's all I need you to do. They're like, no. So drove 40 minutes to go to another Walmart, and they looked at it and they're like, we thought we could help you. We wish we could help you, but we can't. So I fortunately had a spare because we put one of the older tires back as a spare and attached it to the tongue of the trailer. So, okay. So then began the saga of where do I go to get the tire replaced? I was going absolutely nuts, and so was my husband. Then finally somebody said, hey, this is such a small tire. I think it's a tractor tire. So if you call or go to Tractor Supply, I think they can do it for you. Now, I called Firestone. I called Big O Tires. I called another couple of tire companies that were a lesser known brand, and like nobody had this tire in stock. Called the local supply, and Tractor Supply did not have it. My husband was also working the phones. 3 hours further down the road, he says, guess what? We found what we need. We found it. And they put them back for us. When I say us, me and the dog, they put it back for me. And got down there and they sold me the tire, which is sitting back here by the back door. This is the extra tire. And they don't put them on. So now I was trying to find a place that would put tires on, and I happened to be another hour away from the next closest Walmart who didn't have a TLE. So no tires and lube at that Walmart. So apparently Billings, Montana has a Walmart with a tire and lube. And I don't necessarily have to have it installed. I can keep the good one back for a spare, but paranoid me, and you all tell me what you think about this, if it's just me being paranoid or if you guys, just tell me what you think. The spare tire goes on the tongue of the trailer. There's no real way to really fasten it down unless I go buy some chain and stuff, and even then it's going to be hard to wrap it around just the way the trailer is. I am concerned that if there is a brand new tire and wheel there, that somebody will help themselves. Granted, I'm in the van and I can feel if they start to do something, but like, what if I'm in Walmart because I got to get some groceries and stock up again? So I'm just a little hesitant to go very far without having that thing on the trailer, because I feel like it's my best chance of keeping it, because I don't figure really anybody's going to bother just some old tire, that's laying there. So, John's off grid is still trying to get his truck going for the RV. You'll get it. I 110% believe that you'll get it. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm out to lunch on that? Or do you think one tire is just about as likely to get stolen as the other one? Just that the new tire looks new. It's bright and shiny. The bear is going to get the tire. Hopefully not. You never know, though. I did go through, last time I went to Alaska, I drove through Pink Mountain, and they actually had a problem grizzly that they were out looking for. The grizzly was trying to chase down people who were walking and like on bicycles. So yeah, Forestry Service was out looking for that bear. I really hope I don't run into that. I do have bear spray done. Bear spray down. I can't talk right now for some reason. Gayle, you have done a ton. It's been a little crazy of traveling, following your instincts. Yeah, it's been a little crazy with some of the experiences, and I think that's feeding into my paranoia. Like, I was parked at a same parking lot one time as another van, and they left their van and came back, and they had stuff missing, you know. So, yeah, I don't want that to happen to me. That makes sense. What does John think? John, right now, bless his heart, he is so scattered. He is like to the point where, do I need to fly up there and drive on into with you? And I'm like, no, it's okay. Then tonight he found out that his boss is coming to work tomorrow. So he's a pastor, and so periodically the supervising pastors, the district superintendents, and whatnot will come in and listen to him preach. And they always call the night before. They never say, I'm coming. They call the night before and they just say something like, so is your, just touching base, making sure everything's okay. So is your church service still at X time at X church? Because some Methodist pastors may have 2 and 3 churches. I had 2. And that's how you know something's up, you know. So it's like if you're with a company and you get this repetitive type of phone call from different people, then you know you're being mystery shopped. It's kind of that red flag. My leg is oh, I'm sorry your leg's messing up. I hope they can do something to help you with that, because that's a rough situation to be in when your leg's messing up. So I hope they can help. Anyway, John's just really scattered, and he's been super stressed over the tire. So far, going wrong on this trip, I had the refrigerator issue, which we still can't figure out for sure if it's the refrigerator or if I have something going on with the solar. It could be I have 2 100 amp hour batteries. If the levels get down to a certain point, the refrigerator gives me an error code, and it will try to come on, but then it will stop and it'll flip a code. Like if I go over and I like hit the on button or unplug it and then plug it, then it'll start, and then it'll give me an error code and it'll just shut down. So my batteries, I was noticing this morning, were a little less than I had really anticipated on the battery level. Instead of having closer like 90 to 100, most of yesterday was sunny. So instead of having that usual 90 to 100, it was like 62%. And the other day I was running, I guess I say the other day, I guess it was, I gotta stop and think what day this is. I guess it was the day before yesterday. I had the air conditioner going back there. And when we only had one battery, I could run the air conditioner about 45 to 50 minutes, which when I get the Reflectix up on the windows and with the insulation that we have, that's usually enough if the temperature outside is reasonable, like 80 and under. That's usually enough to cool it down to get it to a really good temperature where we're comfortable in the van. And we added the second battery, so we had 2 100 amp hour batteries. And so I was running the air conditioner and I got to almost 50 minutes and I got a low battery alert. So I had to shut the air conditioner off. And so that's why there's a possibility that the fridge is actually working and I'm just not drawing enough juice to keep it running, basically. Or the fridge has gone bad. So we've been like stressed over that and then the tire. But you know, it's me and I'm on a trip. Something is going to happen, right? Oh, let's see. Well, John, I hope you can find a good doctor, first of all. Yeah, busy, that's a good question. I think I would tell him to have it put on the trailer. I really do. I mean, the tread on the other one looks okay, and it doesn't look dry rotted. So it's just the appearances of having this shiny new tire. And that's what I think I would tell somebody. So that's a good point, Dizzy. Thank you. Okay. I will. I will. I should be talking to him tomorrow morning. So I ordered 2 new batteries. FedEx messed them up. They called me and said they went on. Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. What is FedEx going to do? Oh, they've got more coming to you. I can't imagine. What kind of batteries were they? Like what size? What amp hour? Or do you measure beyond that? Since you're off grid on a house, I just deal with it on the van. Your system may be different. 100 amp hour, okay. Yeah. Wow. Those things are not cheap either. I hope you get it quickly. So, you know, and solar LPO4. Okay. Wow. Well, hopefully it'll all get straightened out. Batteries, I got you. Hopefully it'll all get straightened out and you'll get your batteries. That's a shame. I wonder if do they think the heat just got to it? Because like in Texas and so forth, it's so unbelievably hot. 700 for 2. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But did they think it was the heat maybe that damaged your batteries? Oh, hey, you're probably a good one to ask too. I want to go ahead and add another 100 amp hour or two. Do you think I should go ahead and upgrade the solar panel to one 200 watt solar panel, or link 3 together, 3 100 watts? What do you think? Oh, they run the forklift into them. Oh, my stars. Sounds like somebody must have been learning how to drive. What on earth? I heard this really loud noise. I have no idea what that was. It was loud enough you all may have heard it. Didn't seem to bother my sidekick back here. The more power, the better. Okay. I just can't decide if I want to do um, 2 100 amp hours. I can't not talk tonight. I'm so scattered myself. I can't decide if I want to do 2 100-watt panels and link them together, or if I want to get a 200-watt panel and just do one panel with 200 watts. Because the panels, the 100-watt panels, are so much cheaper than the 200-watt panels, that I can get 2 100 watts for a lot less money than what I can get one 200 watt. And the panel that we've got and the one battery that we've got that I think we may have lost are older. Thinking about getting panels stick-on for the RV. You know, I thought about stick-on, but I'm a little concerned, you know, if I'm driving in super heavy winds, I don't know that those are going to hold if they stick on. That's my big hesitation. Because like there's an area that I go through, like in New Mexico, for example, and they have such strong crosswinds consistently that they have warning signs up saying warning, crosswinds may be present. And when they have the crosswinds, this whole van shakes. So I'm just not sure. But I have faith that if I have metal screwed into metal is going to work. They will not come off with a stick on. Okay. Okay. Well, see, that's reassuring. I just don't know. I'm still hesitant. So we'll see. But not until after I get back. And I'm going to have to get back on the road because I got some more driving to do tonight before driving and going into Canada tomorrow. So cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hopefully this will all go great. So thank you all for coming out tonight, and thank you for watching. I know this is just a real short pop-up, but I wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know where we are and how things are going. So you all go out and have a great weekend, have a great week, and just go out and be bodacious, which means you're not going to let life get in the way of living. And I'll see you. I've got some shorts I'm going to try to get done this week, and otherwise I'll see you hopefully Saturday at 7 Eastern time. Eastern time. I'm going to try to remind myself of that because I'm going to be on Alaska time. So y'all take care, and we'll talk again soon. Good night, everybody.